I'll just sit here.
Welcome, everyone, to the Resilient, Wild, and Unstoppable interview series. And today we have the amazing Julie Thurburn. And I'm sure if I said that wrong or right, she will let me know. And she is
Got
a
it.
personal style strategist and the creator of the art of dressing well. And we've had such a wonderful conversation and so much depth. And I really want you to get to know her. And so, Julie, I am curious with everything, and I know we talked about a lot of different things. What actually got you started on this current journey that you are on?
I started out actually selling home accessories, and I would go to market and I would start just shopping for my clients, for them personally, and I would take it to them, and they would get all excited. They would just love it, and, but they weren't sure about it. Sometimes it was different from anything that they had, but yet there was something about it they really liked. So they would take it home. I would tell them, take it home in a couple of weeks. We'll talk. If you don't like it, we can exchange it or you can return it. And because I didn't want her to feel, locked in or
Mhm.
obligated to buy anything. I don't think that's a good idea. So I would talk to her a couple of weeks later and she would be like off the charts excited, just so very excited. And I would hear things like, "Oh my gosh, I just love how you see me." And
Cool.
I thought, well, that kind of registered with me and started me thinking about what am I doing that enables me to buy things for people that changes their day. I
Mm.
mean, in an amazing way. They would not just loved it, but they would get a lot of compliments. They felt good. Their day was better. They had opportunities come their way. Interesting things started to happen. So I did some more work on it. I actually just started praying, asking God about it. What do I do with this? Because I don't know what I'm doing. And over the course of time, He directed me to an actual training. I learned about how to be a certified image consultant, which really addresses issues of
Mhm.
not just head to toe image, but also what goes on inside to support that image. Because whatever your image is that you're creating, whatever your style is, it really should reflect your purpose and help you to show up to accomplish that purpose. So it's been a really exciting journey along the way. I've worked with a lot of ladies who think that it's really about clothes because
Mhm.
that's their big concern is what should I be wearing? But we really get into who she is and who she's becoming so that whatever the wardrobe is, it really reflects all of that. And each step we take in uncovering or discovering her own natural beauty and how to reflect that in what she wears. It changes her life in every aspect, in her job and how she relates to people, her leadership, her level of confidence, and then naturally it affects how the world responds back to her because she's made the adjustment within herself. Everything else can change and start to align with her perspective. So it's a very powerful tool for a woman to understand and to use to apply to her life.
It sounds powerful. It's almost as if you take people that are now walking or take women that are now walking onto a stage to really see themselves in a different light.
That sometimes happens because we can, give so much of ourselves
Hmm.
to our work, to families, and we stop investing in ourselves. There are times that life shifts, our work shifts, maybe in our careers. Our bodies certainly shift, not always in the way we want it to. And then life evolves,
Hmm.
and we're not always prepared for all of that. And we can find that we are giving so much that we're expending everything, and we're not investing in who we are. And that the giving yourself permission to invest in yourself is very powerful, and it gives you the opportunity to not just right the ship, so it no longer feels like you're sinking in life, but now you're actually that rudder is in the right heading you or in the right direction of where
Hmm.
you want to go, and it makes everything much easier because of that.
Yeah. If somebody were curious about what this would be for them or what, how they would step into this new opportunity of really, shining a light on themselves,
Mhm.
what would you recommend?
So to start that transformation within herself, really, the first question she wants to ask is, does what I'm wearing actually reflect the person I'm becoming?
Mm.
And if it's not, then she needs to actually first do the work on who is she becoming, because the transformation doesn't really start in the closet. It really starts in her own identity and how she sees herself. And that then enables her to start the transformation in her closet by choosing garments that really reflect, help her to show up going in that direction. So
Yeah.
when your clothes become a tool to
Hmm.
help you to succeed, that's a very powerful place. That's a lot of you are showing a lot of authority over your own life. And that's a very attractive place to be, because that's a personal leadership
Hmm.
to have done that. You're not just cleaning out your closet. Sometimes we're cleaning out past stories. We're letting go of a life we used to live. And and while that may have been comfortable, maybe we'll never go back there. Maybe we're actually on a path to go in a better place,
Hmm.
or just a different place. Different. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just different. But when she allows herself to transform, then she has more input. She has more power over where that transformation will take her than if she's just getting by, if she's trying to make it work.
Hmm.
That's where struggle comes into play. And usually that struggle is there's a tension that we can't move out of until release, till
Yeah.
we actually release whatever it is that we're fighting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I resonate with a lot of what you're saying as one that, came from tech, which was a man's world when I was there.
Hmm.
So it, I felt like I dressed differently. And
Hmm.
then my journey of caregiving, which, might have been a little slumpy because I'm like, all right, you get up and you work with family. You don't think about,
Right,
styling for that. And
right.
then coming into what I am now, it's like switching all these identities
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly coming into this identity of who I am now and going,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, how do I show up as this newer version of me, of this more empowered, more, um, yeah, this power player in this world that I'm in now.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's how do you reflect your value? Because
Yeah.
your value today is very different from when you were working a job in tech, you have learned so many more skills. Your brain has been challenged. And so as your heart and your body, because you put your heart, mind, and soul into caregiving, and you have to be in a relaxed state to really be able to work through that
Hmm.
easily, and because it drains you naturally. But so that you protect your energy so that at the end of it, you're not depleted.
Right.
It takes a lot of work on your part, and you can't complicate it by really worrying about, wearing heels. Those kinds of things do not matter. But
No.
wearing clothes that are comfortable and fit right and look good on you, or a color that you look good in, all of those things can still be satisfied while you're caregiving. It's a
Right.
way of caring for yourself while you are giving so much of yourself to others.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that. What, who is your ideal audience as far as the woman that really wants to be in your circle?
My ideal audience is a woman who has reached that point in life where she realizes that her clothes may not be actually helping her move forward. They're not
Mm,
helping her professionally. They're not helping her to establish personal relationships that she'd really like to enjoy. And so that question deserves her attention, and working with somebody who can help her to discover what she does need to do, either differently or in addition to what she's already doing, so that her wardrobe is helping her to move forward. And she loves it. She getting dressed is something she enjoys. And I have clients who, they hate shopping. But when we get through that process, when we go through the path that helps her to make it easy, she doesn't hate it anymore. Now she gets it because there's a purpose for it, and
mhm,
there's a reward at the end. And the reward is that she not only loves everything, but it helps her to represent herself in a
mhm,
way that she wants to represent herself, because our clothes are a silent introduction.
mhm.
They speak of us without our saying a word, and they can either back that message that we are stating when we do speak, or there is a conflict.
Yeah,
And when there's a conflict, then we're sabotaging ourselves. And that's not a good place to be. And when a woman realizes that might be what she's doing, it's a good time to talk to me or to somebody nearby who can help her make that shift.
that is powerful. Thank you. Anything else you want to add to this interview before we close it out?
Um, your ideal market with women who are learning to be resilient, and what does that mean in life? This is a skill that actually helps her to accomplish that. The right wardrobe, it helps her to build deep roots in
Mhm,
her life so that when she goes through storms, she is still strong. She can make it through the storm and still thrive. And she can be fruitful in life. And that is what we want to do with how she looks. It helps her to really show off the
mhm.
fact that she has been resilient and learned how to make the shifts that she's needed to do to succeed.
Absolutely. When we show up confidently for ourselves and we know that we can stand in the mirror and love ourselves,
Mhm.
and really shine in what we are wearing and how we show up, it's powerful. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for this.
Thank you.